We're streaming, by the way.
Okay, that's groovy. I'm just saying, like, there's got to be a good way to, like, just have, like, a nice, natural conversation with a guest and not have them feel like they're being cornered and, like, the teacher's calling on them and stuff like that. Like,
We should read this book I heard of called How to Meet Friends and Influence People.
I think it's How to Win
What's
Friends.
that? That's what it is. Yeah, we should study that.
I feel like I maybe tried to read that and didn't get very far. It's like 100 years old.
Yeah, it is.
It's a very old book.
It sure is. I think that my dad told me to read it, and I was like in high school, and I was like, this sucks. I don't remember anything about it, but like, I'm a teenager, and you're telling me to read an 80-year-old book on how to win friends. Go fuck yourself.
Right, from like, it's written by like the CEO of some giant company.
Yeah. Like, it
Very
doesn't even tell
relatable.
you. It doesn't even tell you to tell people you have cancer. How am I supposed to relate to that?
Always open with, I have cancer. I mean, I might not.
What?
Yeah, I mean,
Letterheads.
the doctor says it's
Superfans.
just a mole, but like they want to keep an eye on it. That's part of it. Did you ever read it? It's like 2 pages long.
That seems long.
I'll find and send you the link again.
Fine.
So that you can ignore it again.
Thank you. Should we clap it in?
Yeah, let's do it. Woo! Ow! Whoop, whoop.
Oh!
What's going on, you guys? It's On Fire Tonight with Josh and Tressa.
I'm Tressa.
I'm Josh. And we are here to do the dirt. We're going to talk shit all episode long about Black Summer Season 2, Episode 2. If you haven't seen it, we're about to spoil it, so go watch it first. Great, you're back. Okay, we're going to
Hey, welcome.
have an unfettered, unencumbered, freewheeling conversation.
Uncensored.
This is totally uncensored. This is raw.
Late night.
This is On Fire Tonight After Dark.
Too hot for TV.
This is On Fire Tonight Nights. This is what the censors don't want you to hear.
Boy, are these people going to be bored now. So.
No, they're not going to be bored because, like, this is a really fucking fun show and it's a really well-made, like, it's a good ride.
Yeah, but I doubt we'll talk about boobs at all.
Whoa, you just brought boobs into it. Oh my god. Oh. Guaranteed frontal nudity.
From the neck up. What?
Yeah, are there going to be boobs? Because I will be watching.
Josh, there's no boobs. No naked ones, anyway.
Well, you know
I'm
what?
so
I'm still
sorry.
going to be watching.
Good. Thank you.
The only boob here is you, Tressa.
What? How dare you?
No, we got a great pair of boobs. That's both of us.
That's our new fan name. Pair of boobs.
Yeah,
It's just us.
The Smoldering Pirates, a.k.a. a pair of boobs.
But it's one word. Pair of boobs. All right.
Oh,
Anyway.
like paranormal?
you guys-
So paranormal is something that's other than normal. A pair of boobs is something that's other than boobs.
It's a butt. Josh,
Yeah, Tressa.
we start off with this episode. There's a guy, and he is packing a go bag in a garage.
Yeah, he's clearly Officer Ray Nazari, as the title card informed us. An air raid siren is going off. He's frantic.
He seems yes, he seems very prepared though. Like he has all the shit that he needs. He's prepared. He's been waiting for this.
Okay, so he's got like a lot of guns and like, you know, his sort of bug out bag type stuff.
Yeah.
And he's talking in a comforting tone to his kids, I guess, it seems like. Although there's no one else there. He's like, all right, don't worry, babies. I'll be right back. Like, I got to run upstairs for a sec, but everything's okay. Like, would you characterize it that way?
Yeah, but yeah. I think that he has an immense amount of guilt is why he's doing that.
I guess so. I mean, yeah, I guess it's most likely that his family is dead and he's barely coping.
Right. And whether it's his fault or not, he is taking the blame for it because they are dead. Because, you know,
we assume they're dead. I mean, the world's upside down. Things are really bad. Every living person is a threat. Every dead person is a threat. That's a lot of threats.
That is a ton of threats. That's like 3.
So he goes upstairs with a bat. You hear noises and there's like blood stains on the walls. And he sees just some feasting zombies in the corner of the kitchen. And they chase him upstairs. And he like barricades the door. And once again, he talks in that comforting tone to like absent children as he holds the door.
Because there were some kids that were chasing him. I assume they were his kids.
Might be. Yeah, but it's like he's not talking to the zombies on the other side of the door. He's talking like low to children that are not present.
Yeah. He's got like a full armory in the attic crawl space.
Yeah, we see through the window like people just running in the street.
Oh yeah. That was a nice touch.
He puts on more layers. He puts like a puffy red coat and a vest on over it. He takes off his wedding ring. Oh, that's not any kind
of vest.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a bulletproof vest. I'm sorry. I should have said it's a tactical or bulletproof vest.
Yeah.
I saw a guy wearing what looked like a bulletproof vest on the Brooklyn Bridge one day. And that's not like a common sight. He was just like some dude.
I thought those were illegal to own.
Are they?
You know what I mean?
It's possible that I was mistaking something that was not actually a bulletproof vest for a bulletproof vest.
You know what? It's
like, what do I know?
Possible. Right. But also it's so very possible that designers are like, you know what would look really cool? A vest that looks exactly like a bulletproof vest. We should make those.
Is it Balenciaga that's the designer that is basically like punking all of their customers? Like, there's some designer that put out a handbag that's like the trash bag, and it literally looks like a hefty bag, and it sells for $1,000.
Yeah, I think that's
And then so I think it's also them that put out sneakers that look like a pair of Asics that you've worn for a full year and has been chewed on by dogs.
Yeah,
but it's also for
$1,000.
$1,000.
They're kind of going through some not great controversy right now.
Oh, what is it?
Their new ad campaign, they had children and then like all this merchandise in the room around them, and they're holding Balenciaga teddy bears that are all in like S&M gear, And then there's an older campaign where there's a woman at a desk and the desk is a mess. And if you zoom into the paperwork on the desk, it's all about child pornography laws or something.
What?
Yeah, like it's pretty like, it's a detail that was put there on purpose because every detail is put there on purpose in an ad.
Right.
But yeah, that's what's happening with them right now.
Oh, that's really confusing to me because, like, okay, so I don't pay very close attention to this stuff.
Why
And
would
so
you?
when occasionally I see something like that trash bag, handbag, or those sneakers, I think these are people that are like having a blast selling. It's like, you know, the Emperor Has No Clothes type of situation
Yeah,
where they're just daring people who will pay any amount of money to pay any amount of money.
absolutely.
But like those aspects of their ad campaign, well, that's just something else entirely.
Yeah, and it's obviously different people in the company doing the ads than the designers, but still fucked up.
What a strange world.
Right?
Yeah. Well, that sucks. Well, anyway, back to Officer Ray Nazari, or Nazari. It's spelled
Nazari.
anyway. He takes off his wedding ring, and he opens the door, and we see even more bloodstains, and he walks out. And then we have a new title card that says The Decision.
There's a couple guys going through a store. A little bit bigger than a convenience store, maybe. Who knows? One of those old 5 and dimes, perhaps. And a young girl comes to the door and she's like, you gotta let me in, let me in, let me in. And they're like, fuck you.
She's like, I'm just a kid.
You know what? She's just a kid. Let her in.
And it's Anna.
Yeah.
It's Rose's daughter, Anna.
Which I did not realize until she started walking to the back of the store when they let her in. She puts down the water they give her and she's like, thank you. And
Her demeanor completely changes. She's like frantic outside. They unlock the door to let her in. One of them hands her a bottle of water, but like she completely drops the frantic act. She's completely chill. She accepts the bottle. She puts it immediately on a shelf as she walks directly to the back door. Opens the back door.
Let's Spears, Sun, and Rose in.
They kick out the two men, and we see Anna just casually shopping for tchotchkes like sunglasses and like a water gun. She's a kid. Like,
exactly.
Like, we're in this hellscape, but like she's still a kid.
Yeah. And this scene was so great because it shows like how fucking desperate everyone is in like the smallest terms. These two guys are like, we shouldn't be trusting even this kid, but then they're like, well, we're still human. We gotta let this kid in. And then you know that Spears and Rose and Sun, you know all those people are good people, but they still gotta survive, so they gotta kick those guys out.
But also, like, to what end? Like, they kicked them out of that store. I don't even think they ended up taking much of anything, if anything, from that store.
Sure they did. You just were watching her play with the water gun, so you weren't paying attention to what
I guess
they were
that's
packing.
true. I guess that's true. They must have been taking provisions.
They had to. That's... You know what else? Like, going through this episode, what I really loved is the costuming. It's so fucking real. Like, nobody is, like, wearing tactical gear. They're all wearing, like, pajamas and, like, whatever bullshit coats they could find on the way.
Yeah, it looks good. Also, just the way, like, the indoor and outdoor spaces have been trashed prior to, like, people arriving.
Yeah.
I think they did a good job. I think the production design team did a good job, and set dressing and all of that. Like, it felt good.
I agree.
So, okay, so they leave the store, and there's like, they had a vehicle, but now the car's dead.
Oh, Because somebody siphoned their gas when they were going to get provisions.
Oh, that's what happened. So they scavenge a vehicle that has a zombie pinned against a wall and 2 corpses in it.
Yeah.
Sun finds a dude and hands him a bottle of water. A plane flies in the distance and they like all turn to look at it. A screaming zombie runs, and then a truck comes tearing through and they all run.
They split up. Rose and we don't see where Rose and Anna go, but Spears and Sun go into what looks like a museum of some kind. One of those shitty museums in the middle of nowhere where you're like, I don't care about the history of this town, but this is all it's given me.
Right,
And
it's like an old Victorian home that's been converted or something.
Yeah.
But there's a little bit more to it.
Yeah. And they're hiding. They are so hiding, trying so hard. And there's guys coming through the place with flashlights and guns looking for them. And why? I don't understand why these guys want so badly to hunt these people down. There's no backstory there. It's just they're
I don't know
hunting people
either.
down.
Yeah, it's really like, I guess the idea is every single person is a threat, so kill them, and then when they turn into a zombie, kill them a second time. I don't really know. Or maybe we need to imprison them and like, I don't know, consolidate our forces.
I don't like it.
So they do a really good version of hide and go seek in this darkened place. The soldiers search but don't find them. They search outside. They go inside like a diner that's shaped like a train car. And Rose and Anna are hiding in it but don't get found.
Because right when the guy's about to find them, he hears gunshots and goes towards them.
It was Spears that got shot.
Yeah.
And Sun goes to help, and Rose is like, he'll slow us down.
We gotta go.
Yeah, leave
Come
him.
with us or whatever. We're leaving right now.
So Rose and Anna go, and Sun is still trying to help Spears, and the truck pulls up, and Sun pushes Spears down a hill to protect him. It's like so that people from the truck won't see him.
Right. Which, damn.
Yeah, so
And
like the
she
truck
has to
guy
surrender.
pulls up. Yeah, so the truck pulls up, and these guys get out to interrogate her, and they take her, and their leader is Officer Ray Nazari from the beginning of the episode.
What?
And it's also like, we saw that dude, but he's like he's more weather scarred in the previous episode. So all the stuff that we're seeing in episode 2, this episode it's all flashback that happens before all the stuff from last episode. So that's
One
just
might say
very cool
it's
way to do it.
One might say it's a prelude.
It is a prelude. There are many preludes.
Right.
So the next title card is 3-Point Turn.
Yeah. There's 2 guys in a truck listening on a CB to where the next emergency supply drop is going to be.
Right, it's super staticky, like maybe shortwave even.
Yeah. And they're driving really, really, really slow through this area. I don't even know what it is. So much stuff is boarded up, and they finally stop, and one guy's like, this does not feel right. We need to get the fuck out of here.
Well, he was right, but he should have listened to his instincts a little bit earlier. Because they get attacked, pulled out of their vehicle. There's a whole gang there. We see like the cutely dressed woman hiker with like the knit hat from the previous episode. She arrives with a gun and she asks to get in on that.
Yeah.
And one of the like soldier type dudes is, I mean, I don't know if they're like soldier dudes. They're just like, they're a posse of dudes.
Yeah.
Mainly dudes.
Yeah.
They're like,
Oh, That's what it was, because there were a couple women in that posse.
Yeah.
And one of the women was wearing ducky pajama pants. And I was like, she's fucking destroying these guys' lives right now, and she's wearing ducky pajama pants. Nice touch.
Well, so that woman with the ducky pajama pants, like, I guess the leader guy, I'm not really sure, of the gang that they're all part of, was like, okay, the woman with the cute hiking cap, she's cool, but don't fuck around. And then she gets up in the back of the truck, and what is she even scavenging? She's looking at, like, old purses.
Yes, I noticed that too. Like, what are you going to find in a purse that you need really badly? It's
right,
a small
and
purse.
It's a very small purse. It seems to be empty. And she's like, yeah, I'm going to hang on to this one.
But why, though?
I don't know.
What are you doing? You are surrounded by things that you could scavenge, and you need this cute little clutch. Come on.
So the next
Then we go
scene,
to everybody's favorite sitcom from the 90s, Friends.
Yeah, the title card says Friends. This one's the episode where Ross and Chandler are freezing to death in an overturned truck.
Yeah.
So it starts off, it's night, it's snowing, and a lone guy with a flashlight is examining a completely snow-covered car. He scavenges through the trash inside of it. He walks back through the snow at night, opens like the overturned door of this vehicle, and he comes inside, and his half-frozen friend is barely alive inside.
Yeah, he's like, yes, but we don't even know what's going on at this point, because his friend in there looks dead. He's got frost all over his face. It's like purple and black, and he opens the door, and he's like, you still alive in there? He's like, I kinda.
Barely.
Like, it was woof. Because it looks like he's walking into a zombie situation.
Right, but it turns out that this was his pre-existing friend, and he was like scavenging stuff just to have something to burn to keep the two of them a little bit warm in this like frozen hellscape.
It's fine, dude. We've been in worse things. We've been in worse situations than this. Remember Philly?
Yeah, they reminisce about the bad times in Philly. So
his friend buckles him into the gurney.
Yeah, and like wraps him with his own scarf, and he's like telling him jokes as he's like, the guy's got like frostbite on his nose and his toes. It looks bad. He's like, did I tell you about the one with did I ever tell you about the one about two nuns in a bathtub? And the guy is just like making these noises, and it's like, is he sleeping? Is he dying? What is happening now? And then all of a sudden, he
stops breathing.
Bad news, my friend. So he jumps up. Our first guy runs, pursued by his best friend. And we realize, if we didn't realize already, it took me up until this moment to realize.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
That is the lone hiker pursued by a zombie that made it all the way to the house just to both be killed. And maybe they were running for a week. 2 weeks.
Seriously. Brutal.
Yeah. So we see their backstory and we know how it ends.
Shadow. Title card. We see Spears walking in a snow-covered field.
Yeah, he's just alone in a snowy wasteland. And
stumbling.
He falls down.
He's in pain. Yeah. He's like, you know what, I'm just going to have a little bit of sit right now because this fucking sucks. And he looks back, and there's someone in the distance walking towards him. It's obviously not a zombie.
Right. There's a
right?
human walking regular speed, but then also we hear a plane in the distance.
Yeah.
Spears at this point is wearing fatigues and like a pizza delivery jacket.
Okay, but okay. What? It's like a windbreaker.
Yeah.
How this is the warmest thing he could find. It is obviously freezing.
It's not
You
even
can't, like-
buttoned up.
No!
It's open. His jacket is open.
Hate it. Like this next scene, he falls through some ice thing and goes down a hill, and he wakes up and he's surrounded. Not wakes up, but he like gets his shit together and realizes he's surrounded by zombies that are just like frozen.
Yeah,
And he grabs
they're groaning and they can't move.
right, and he grabs the shittiest gloves on earth because he's cold.
He peels them off of a zombie's hands.
Yeah.
This guy is like
yeah.
a turtle on its back. Completely like incapable of doing anything.
Those were the best gloves out of all those zombies. Those fucking shitty ass stretchy gloves you get at Walgreens. Are you fucking
why
kidding
don't
me?
you zip your jacket, dude?
Thank you. What the fuck are you doing?
And
of
also,
course you're cold.
Who is this person that's just like casually walking, pursuing him? We assume he's pursuing Spears, but we never get like we never see anything better than a black outline of who this figure is. So we don't know who it is or anything.
He's obviously following Spears because he watched him fall and just like watched him.
Right.
Like he wasn't walking towards him, he was just watching him. So, Mystery Man.
So
I know what
keeps
else I was
walking.
going to say.
Yeah.
I know you did not read the book World War Z, but it had, because you told me that.
I did not.
But it has this really great detail in it where everyone started moving north in the winter because in the winter, and I never even thought about this before this book, when it gets colder, it's just like those zombies that are on the ground. Their blood isn't pumping, so it starts to freeze and they can't move. So there's all these zombies that are just like standing mid-walk because they're frozen in place. And then it starts to thaw and they have to like deal with it again. Isn't that a fun detail?
That is a fun detail. Why? It seems like they would be easy pickings while they're frozen to go kill.
Yeah. I mean, if you got a gun, probably, but also it's like you gotta kill so many. Yeah, but then you're just like axing through ice and bone and flesh.
Chainsaw?
It's loud.
That is loud. You could have earplugs, but then you might not hear a zombie that's unfrozen.
Yeah, they're all going to be frozen. Good point. Anyway,
so
I just wanted to talk
should
about
I read that book? You love that book.
I do love that book. It's very fun, and it's all just a bunch of different people's experiences. It's not like a novel or anything, so it's really easy read.
And it's by
fun.
Max Brooks, son of Mel Brooks.
That is correct, yes.
Has he written other books?
Yeah, he just wrote one a couple of years ago about Bigfoot that I did not read. And the one before World War Z was The Zombie Survival Guide, which is also very good.
Oh, was that him too? I didn't realize that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Next title card, Rose and Anna. Rose and
They're
Anna.
walking through a forest.
Yeah, they discover the house, the one that we know that they will be in because we've seen it in the previous episode. There's a zombie in the front yard, though, just running around like a mad dog.
Yeah. He knows someone's there. And it looked like at some point he could smell them because he's on top of the bridge and they're hiding below it.
Yeah,
and
they
he's kinda
duck
sniffing
and
the
keep
air.
their cool, but like he's like rah, 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 right over them.
Yeah, that's what they do. And he goes back to the house, so they run for this hill and they're going to take a shot with
Yeah, we see Rose like looking at him through the scope on her rifle, but like you know, he's running around a whole bunch. He's just like running in circles in the front yard. So he's not, it's not easy to hit a moving target.
No, it's not.
She shoots and misses, and the zombie like is cognizant enough to like understand that that sound came from a direction, so chases off after them and is like barking. like this is a real like mad ridiculous. Dog zombie, right?
Yeah. It was just silly.
They circle around and like they get to the house and they're banging on the door, and the zombie is like pursuing, and like Rose shoots the zombie once, but not fatally, and the door opens, and there's just a real rogues gallery of weirdos in this house.
Yeah, and boy, what? Because it could be a good rogues gallery or a real bad one, and we can't tell that right now.
Well, we know that shit's gonna go sideways.
What? How do you know that?
Well, because we saw it in the previous episode. That
I know, I was being facetious. But, man, there were, like, how many... What happened between that time and the first episode? Because there were a lot of people, and there wasn't in the first episode.
I think...
All the women.
Well, I suspect, but I could be wrong, that there's, like, a creep dude that tried to, like, molest Anna.
Well, yeah, obviously.
I think. Because
no,
now...
that's for sure.
Because Rose is, like, hyper vigilant on that point when she finally lets that other guy back into the house.
Right. For sure that was a thing, but what happened to those women? Where did they go? Because there were like 2 or 3 women in there. One of them looked pissed off that they let them in. The other one was like, what? More people? That's weird. There were a ton of people in there.
Right. I mean, it's possible that like whatever went wrong is totally unconnected to what my suspicions are. But it's like, it wouldn't be far-fetched to think, okay, so one creep tries to make a move on the daughter, Rose attacks him, he is now a zombie who bites another person, and now you've got 2 zombies immediately. And then they all have to be killed because it's like, you know, it's like a raging fire in the house.
That's life. That's life in a zombie apocalypse, Josh.
All right, you guys. That's all the time we have for this episode. We have been a pair of boobs on Fire Tonight.
And scene. Oh, I did that last time. Right. Yeah, I was. Wait, what? What did I just do? Oh, I see what I did.
Was that an okay YouTube. Out?
Do it now, because you're still on YouTube.
Oh, well, I already stopped recording.
That's okay. Just say